Oh, hey everybody, welcome to Waffle Ladders. Ah yes, the federal government, a machine so broken that all the king's men couldn't fix it. It's a bloated bureaucratic mess with some agencies that make you wonder if we're being punked. Today, we're diving into 10 government agencies that shouldn't exist, but for some reason do. Tell us which one you think is the most outrageous in the comments. But right now, it's time. Let's climb the ladder. Number 10, the Board of Tea Tasters. Yes, that was a thing. Did you know the US government had an official board of tea tasters for over 100 years? Yeah, official name, Federal Board of Tea. Sounds impressive, right? But while the rest of us were struggling to afford groceries, a handful of bureaucrats were literally sipping Earl Grey on the taxpayer dime. It was technically to ensure imported tea met quality standard. But let's be real, this was the cushiest job ever. Imagine getting paid 6 figures to drink tea all day. Tastes like wasted money to me. Yep, this one actually got axed in 1996, but the fact that it lasted that long is concerning. Number 9, the Federal Helium Reserve. Helium is cool and all, but did you know the US government has been stockpiling it since 1925, like it's some kind of strategic war asset? At least we'll be ready for a great big party, right? Created supposedly to ensure we had enough helium for blimps during wartime. Blimps, because as you know, blimps were critical in World War II. Oh wait, no they weren't. Now we just hoard it and sell it off in chunks and pretend that it isn't embarrassing. Or maybe they're using it for something else. Number 8, the Department of Redundancy Department, aka the Rural Utilities Service. You ever heard of the Rural Utilities Service? No? That's because it was supposed to be dissolved decades ago. This agency was created to bring electricity to rural areas in the 30s. You know, I haven't checked lately, but I do believe that almost all of the United States has electricity. Even these houses have power. And yet, somehow, this ridiculous agency is still here, shoveling out money for projects that other agencies already handle. Your government is not your friend. Number 7, the National Technical Information Service, aka Google before Google. Imagine if the government tried to sell you information that's already free online. Oh wait, they do. These guys are about as useful as kerosene on a fire truck. ChatGPT has made this crew about as expendable as you can get. This agency sells reports that are, wait for it, already available on the internet. But for a fee, of course, because why use Google or ChatGPT when you can give the government money? This crew actually brags that they supported 34 agencies since 2018. Sometimes you're already dead and you just don't know it. Number 6, Office of Navajo and Hopi Indian Relocation. Okay, you might not have heard this one, but trust me, it's a doozy. Back in the 70s, there were some really complex and challenging land disputes between the Navajo and the Hopi tribes. So the government created the Office of Navajo and Hopi Indian Relocation. It was meant to oversee a specific relocation program to settle these disputes. Fair enough, right? Here's the thing, that relocation program is long completed, like decades ago. But guess what? The Office of Navajo and Hopi Indian Relocation is still kicking around, spending your tax dollars. Why? What exactly are they still relocating? It's as if they are moving people that don't need to be moved. I think someone in Congress must have family working there. So we have an agency that was created for a very specific, time-limited task, and it's somehow managed to stick around like that one relative who overstays their welcome by 30 years. Why are we still funding them? Number 5, the U.S. Geological Survey's Astrogeology branch. Geology of space? This department literally studies rocks. in space. Space. I'm sorry, but don't we already have NASA for this? The best part, they have a budget of over $50 million. Let's read their vision from their website. To lead and enable planetary exploration, further our knowledge of worlds beyond our own, promote a sustained and peaceful human presence in the solar system, and share our discoveries to engage and inspire the world. How's that going? So in case you were wondering where your money's going, well, now you know. Redundant, goofy departments are government's top skill. Number 4, the Interstate Commerce Commission, regulating railroads. In 2025, you know what's really totally relevant in 2025? Railroads. At least according to the Interstate Commerce Commission, which was created in 1887. Yeah, 1887. Its mandate was to regulate railroads back when they were, the backbone of the country and just being built. Now, this was most definitely a necessary function. They set rail rates, routes, and did safety checks. But here's the kicker. The ICC was technically shut down in 1995, over 100 years after the founding. But its functions were quietly transferred to other agencies, meaning its legacy of pointless bureaucracy still lives on like an annoying sequel no one asked for. It's like that one guest at the party who says goodbye, but is still munching snacks an hour later. Number 3, the National Endowment for the Arts. The National Endowment for the Arts, because clearly taxpayer dollars should go toward funding experimental interpretive dance about the life cycle of kale. Some of the things this agency has actually funded include a $30,000 grant for a performance where people just whispered the names of dead trees. Jonathan, the weeping willow. Okay, I just made that one up. There was also a taxpayer-funded play about lesbian farmers in space. Okay, sounds interesting. And let's not forget the $50,000 for an art installation where someone just sat in a bathtub full of spaghetti. And my absolute favorite, a piece called Fountain, a toilet with a name, R. Mutt.
Hey Dad.
Huh?
What do you think about this? I received a $15,000 government grant to create it.
Oh, damn, that's really something. Where's the $15,000?
Oh, I didn't get it yet, but I already spent it on art supplies and equipment, so...
Art? $15,000 for art supplies?
Yeah, wait until you see the easel I got.
Easel? Number 2, the Congressional Naming Commission. Renaming things the government's favorite hobby. Did you know Congress established an entire commission dedicated to renaming things? That's right. While the country deals with actual problems, these people spend time and your money coming up with new names for military bases, ships, and whatever else they feel like just because some names were problematic. Now, this commission has since been ended, but some of their greatest hits are still moving. About $21 million spent renaming military bases. Okay. They even changed the name of a ship 3 times in 1 year. Doesn't sound good. And my personal favorite, renaming a bridge because someone thought the original name felt a little too aggressive. You gotta be kidding me, right? Yes, folks, if there's one thing that will solve all our problems, it's more name changes and reorganizations. Number 1, the Federal Buildings Fund. This one is truly next level incompetent. The federal government spends hundreds of millions of dollars every year to maintain buildings. We have over 350,000 buildings. You know the problem? Only 25% occupancy. Imagine a for-profit business doing that. They would be bankrupt like yesterday. Here's where it really goes off the rails. At least 20,000 buildings are empty or almost empty. That's right, buildings no one uses, no one works in, and you're paying for upkeep. In 2016 alone, the government spent over $1.7 billion on unused office spaces and abandoned facilities. DOGE is finally trying to get rid of some of these things, but you have to wonder why this didn't happen sooner. Government efficiency, right? Hey, can I get a government-funded mansion that no one lives in? I'm asking for a friend. So there you have it. That's our list of 10 government agencies that shouldn't exist. Are you feeling enlightened or just deeply concerned? Love that wasted money. Until next time, stay skeptical, stay informed, and never underestimate the government's ability to waste money. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you think we earned it. And as always, keep climbing.
And in the morning, I'm making waffles.